It's really easy to think that when things aren't working out for you, that the law of attraction isn't working in your life, that you've been deserted and you've got it all wrong. I'm Gail Marie from 6 Dimensions of Healing, and for 14 years I've been helping people incorporate the law of attraction in their lives. You haven't been deserted. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. Law of attraction is a law. It's always working. It's not a consequence of what you think you deserve. So it's always prevalent in your life. How do I know? Because it's prevalent in all our lives. What you may need to clarify is how it's presenting itself now. We live in an inclusion-based universe. So when you are in a good mood, you're attracting what you do want. And when your mood is crappy, you're attracting what you don't want. The universe doesn't discern what's good for you and what isn't. That's left up to you. In fact, you have total control over what you attract into your life. My son was 22 and was a little sad that he didn't have someone to share his life adventures with. He loved his work and had the money to travel, yet didn't have anyone to share it with. We were on our way to the airport one day when I asked him what he really wanted. Turns out he wanted a girlfriend, someone to go on adventures with, a person who could go and explore places on the weekends and go out for dinner occasionally without the emotional commitment. He clarified what he wanted and rang me in 2 days' time. He'd found someone who wanted to do just that. Yes, she eventually transitioned into a girlfriend, but by that time he was ready. All it takes is clarifying what you do want, then trusting it will happen. Not trusting in God or having faith in a religion, but trusting within that we have just created a new direction. A subject is like a sword. It has two ends. One will give you strength and the other will cut you. What is wanted and what isn't? We all want to take the sword by the hilt so we can wield it with strength and power, but many people see the handle yet take it by the tip. That's the end that's not wanted because it will hurt you every time, and yet they take hold. Why? Because it's dominant. They're used to noticing, complaining, not wanting, and they're stuck. Sometimes you can clarify a subject and know what you want, but you don't change your mood. So even though you recognize that you prefer that online business, you stay focused on the job that you don't like. That's both ends of the sword. What you'd prefer and what is reality. The online business that will free and exhilarate you, or the mundane job that will keep you trapped in your old moods. You always have that choice. Which end of the sword do you want to hold on to? Which one do you want to focus on? But there is a solution. Taking the subject by the hilt doesn't mean you have to give up your old job that's paying the rent and the bills, but you can still move your mood in a different direction. There's a saying that when you have faith in your future, you have power in your present. So go about your mundane job, understanding that it's temporary, and imagine that online business that will instigate the freedom you're looking for. In other words, just because you're doing something you don't enjoy doesn't mean you need to feel bad about it. That's the surefire way to keep yourself stuck. But when you can imagine what's to come in an uplifting or elevated way, yet still do those mundane things you need to do, now things begin to change. There is an end in sight and you're opening yourself up to different opportunities. You feel differently and your moods have improved. What you're evidencing is the law of attraction working for you in your life. The first manifestation is never the things, but the mood, your mood, and you have control over that every single moment of the day, no matter what you're doing. So take your subject by the hilt, hold it by the handle, and focus on what you love to set up a really good future.